show you, I will briefly first show you our agenda for the next hour. So before getting these insights, then I will give a short introduce to our Circular for Impact model. Then we will live go to Kenya to our academy. Harriet will welcome us and give us an overview of what it's all about. And then Victor, our program manager on site, will show us a little bit more detailed into this week, what's going to happen. And then we are very happy to have 3 participants, Taryn, Rowan, and Immaculate, who are going to tell us what's really going on this week and what's their takeaways. And then we have a lot of time for Q&A, and then we go back to work or whatever we want to do. All right, so for all those who know us, it's a refresher, and for everybody who's online who hasn't know that much about education, I'd give you a brief info about our impact circle. First of all, this circle, as it's a circle, it starts somewhere and it's going to come back somewhere. So we start with the scholarship program, and that's exactly where we're going to focus today. It's the seminar of our first-year talents. Those talents got their scholarship just in January, and they're really beginning their lifelong learning journey. It's a scholarship for 4 years of high school. After that, when they finished high school, they're gonna enter into the next part of mentoring and coaching. These are programs who are focusing on purpose, entrepreneurship, and employment. And these are free programs for those talents during uni or already working. After that, we come into the more blue part of the circle, which is not only building people, it's going into building nations. And there we really focus on entering into the job market. Either you're going to be an employee, or you're going to start your own business and be an employer. For this, we provide a startup fund where they can ask for starts to start their business, or we go at the other hand and launch career fairs or other programs which are still in development. Then the last part is like clothing the circle. It's the alumni, our alumni network, which just holds them all together. And at the end, by any other action, is like the giving back to, at the end, sponsor a scholarship by themselves. So this is our circular approach. And if you have more questions in this particular parts, or you want to know how to engage, we are here, as I told you at the end, for Q&A, or at any time bilateral, you can contact us. But now, are you ready to take off? We're gonna welcome Harriet, our CEO from Kenya, and we're gonna have a glimpse at our academy, Realizing Your Potential, which is happening right now in Nairobi.
Yes, good afternoon. Oh, hamjambo. Welcome everybody to Kenya. We are gathered here in Nairobi, beautiful weather. It's been a fun couple of days with these young people. And for us at Education Family, this is really an exciting time. We get to meet our last borns. I told them on Monday that they're the acting last borns, but they're the newest entrance into the family of education. Is that right? Yes. Yes, everybody excited? Good, good, good. So Education International Kenya, as Andrea has alluded, is really about building people who build nations. And for us, the start point is at the school level, because, you know, in our context, you really cannot go far if you have not acquired an education. So these young people we see here were the successful applicants who applied for the scholarship after their final primary school examination last year, which is called the KCPE. And then they went through an online application process. They were selected to attend an interview here in Nairobi, and they successfully got awarded a scholarship with education. So with me here in the room is about 99 young ladies and gentlemen who are now part of our family here at Aiducation. Yeah, let's welcome them formally, officially. Karibuni sana. With that, and the alumni are those who were previously in the scholarship as they were undergoing their high school program, but are now in their tertiary level. So they're either in the university or have completed and are already embarking on their careers. So they're here with us today. The scholarship program is really the core of what we do at Aiducation, because really if we didn't have these young people, then we don't have a program, yeah, because it all starts here. This is where we get to dream, yeah, we get to build potential, and we get to actualize it as we are embarking on our lifelong journeys to wherever we are destined to be. And so it's an exciting opportunity for us to have them here. We try to have every new cohort to come together at least once a year, so that it enables us to get to know each other. We get to know them, they get to know us, we get to speak into their lives, to process with them whatever they are going through, whether it's the school environment, home, and basically just make them feel at home as members of this family, but also anchor them on the journey to their destiny. Because really these kids are going further. I forgot to mention, at the point of recruitment, we look for, really it's about the 20 percentile of all who do the primary school exam. So these are our, bright talents. Yeah, these kids did very well in their previous exam, and they have such big dreams, yeah, and a bright future ahead of them. And so we work together, not only just to give, but at Aiducation Kenya, we're intentional with also the quality, meaning that we pour into their lives in many other ways. This week for them has been the starting point, because after having been in school for a whole term, they joined towards the end of January and began their high school experience. They are now about 3 months old, yeah, as high schoolers, and really now beginning to shape, yeah, those dreams. And so when we meet them here today, we are looking at what else we can, give to them, how else we can support them, so that it's not just the book smarts, they're just not going
Harriet?
to school for their academics, but we can encourage them to be able to get louder. This week, they've been working at realizing that everyone. And so as they gathered here, they are listening, they are exploring, they are,
So I think we have a little internet program
here to help them to realize that potential. It's a journey that begins, and other than that, at the same time, yeah, meaning that the alumni who have already been through this process already had made a moral obligation to support in education. And so we link them with these younger ones in what we call the buddy system, yeah? And so they're able to hold their hands, the older ones holding the hands of the younger ones and guiding them through the steps of life, school life, career choice, family situations, because they've been there. They've already gone through it, they've experienced it, and so they can speak into their lives. And so the programs that we try to do with them, so that we think outside the box. Yeah, we encourage to do great things, dare to go where nobody else has gone. And we collect the stories, so that with time we are going to revisit that and look at where we came from and where we are going. And for those who have already reached there, they also share how they got to where they are. So it's an enriching experience for us. The education team, the staff team, but also for the allo, they were sitting on the other side of the room and now they're here. Important to us in terms of just going to school and getting A's. We still want the A in your future. We're interested in seeing you become all that you can be. So thank you for everybody who has put this together and been a part of this journey. And I'm welcoming all of us to just walk through how we do this, and see how a week at the RYP Academy looks like. So I'm going to invite Victor to come and take us through the RYP.
Okay, thank you so much, Arita.
Welcome, Victor.
Okay, great, super. My name is Victor. I hope all of you can hear me. My name is Victor Mwango, a proud alumni of that means at some point I got a scholarship for my education and I completed my studies, and at the moment leading the coordination team for the mentorship programs here at Aiducation Kenya. So I'll just maybe give you a brief of how the whole week of an academy looks like. And so, Andrea, if you can hear me well, I would love to get some impressions or other photos of how the academy looks like, so that I can talk about it with some few words about it. Okay, so basically, a Realize Your Potential Academy is a packed up 1 week with different topics. And of course, apart from, before I go into the topics, well, let's say it's a 1 week program where our young scholars in high school, either in Form 1, Form 2, or Form 3, come together, a group of like 100 students, to learn, network, and of course, to have fun. And so, according to the photo over there, you can see the whole group of the Form 1s at the academy. Of course, very happy and cheered up, looking forward to all the learnings that they're going to get to the academy. And so, we always have different input sessions for the academy, for the participants, for them to learn more about the organization and what the organization has in terms of opportunities for them, for their 4 years in high school, and also even once they're done with high school, all the way to them being alumni and venturing into their careers and becoming successful in life. So the input sessions, of course, apart from them learning about the academies, always dwell into them knowing about their personalities, them knowing about, relating their personalities to the careers that they're going to pursue moving forward in future. And of course, we try to juggle their minds a bit so that they can get to, think of different ideas that they can come up, with their young brains, and of course, solutions on how they can solve problems that they always see in their day-to-day lives in the communities that they come from. And of course, apart from them, thinking about all those ideas, we always have some small group sessions that always led by alumni of Aiducation who come back to these academies to give back to the organization, of course, to train and teach, and of course, mentor the young students who are basically like their young brothers and sisters at the academy in different topics on, of course, how they can structure their study strategies, how to deal with peer pressure, and of course, different social topics on how to avoid drug abuse and all that. So such like a photo is an alumni who's taking lead in one of the group, of course, mentoring the young brothers and sisters in an academy setup, which is always a happy time for us as Aiducation, because now we can see the alumni coming back and giving back whatever they learned some years ago and teaching the young brothers and sisters. So of course, apart from learning, always say we always have fun at the academy. And so the photo you can see over there is the students are outside having some icebreaker games and some energizers for that, so that when they come back to the hall for the learning and the teachings, they can at least be vibrant and all that. Huh? So Fandrea, if you can take me to the other photo, of course, that's also a photo of energizers. So apart from that, when the alumni come to these academies, apart from them having these one-on-one interactions, we always have a panel discussions, whereby alumni are seated at the front of the hall, and the participants who are full in the hall get to ask questions in terms of how the alumni handled life back in school and how they're handling life still either in university or in their corporate lives, so that the young Edu fellows, rather the young talents, get something from them, and they can look up to them. That of course, if my elder brother or sister managed to get out of this situation, graduated from high school, graduated from university, and now they are even being successful in their career, so it becomes like an inspiration to the young talent that, of course, even for them, they'll get there with time. Okay. So finally, apart from that, we always try to have a one-on-one session whereby an alumni and a young talent have like a 30 to 1 hour session, so that the young talent can get a direct experience from an alumni, and of course get to be mentored and coached on various topics at a personal level, so that they form the bond. And of course, that's where Harry talked about the buddy system and all that. So in a nutshell, that's it. That's all about how the 1 week looks like. And of course, we always end up with a great closing ceremony full of happiness and joy, and everyone goes back home. So that's it in a nutshell of how the RIP looks like. I hope, for the ones who are joining virtually, you can feel how happy you always are in an academy setup. And so we even hope and wish that one day you'll come to get a taste of how the academy is physically here in Kenya. Okay, thank you so much. And now, being that I've already told you how an academy looks like, from a coordinator's perspective, I would love to call some participants in front here, so that everyone can get, a bit of their feeling at the academy, whatever they learn, something they'll never forget from the academy, and how enriching the program is for them. So if you will give me a second or 2 seconds to call them out and make sure they're settled, please, I ask for your patience, please, for some few seconds, then I will be ready for the participants to give you some experiences on how the academy is. But with that said, I'll let just some few seconds, guys. Thank you.
So for those who, I just saw that a few people just came in later. We are in Nairobi at our Realizing Your Potential Academy. We just heard the program about what's happening this week or what happened already. And now we're going to deep dive into an interview with 3 participants. It's Immaculate, Terrin, and Rowan, and Harriet will talk to them. They're just gonna do the little setup because the room is not that big, and maybe if you missed the beginning, there are 99 young talents in this room, so it is packed and it is warm, as you can see. It's warm and nice, not as here in Switzerland. We have had some snowfall for all those who are joining us from Kenya, snowfall in April. So I would say, Victor, he's nearly ready.
I think he has to connect his phone again.
Oh, he felt out of the system, right?
Just coming back 1 second.
Thank you, Maya.
We'll do a network.
Victor, if you can hear me, your phone is muting and unmuting all the time. Like,
Now it's good.
Okay.
now it's good.
Perfect. Great. Super. Okay.
Yeah, great. So at this point, we'd like to showcase some of our talents. It was very difficult selecting because everybody has something to say. But because of time, we have three of our talents here with us, a few insights about the RYP this week. But before we begin, I'd like them to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Terine. Hi, my name is Terine. I'm from Mary Hill Girls. I'm currently in Form 1 and I live in Nairobi.
Hi. Hi, my name is Rowan. I'm from Machakos. I'm currently in my second year of high school and I school at Machakos School.
Hi, my name is Nasha. I come from Kisumu and I'm in Asumbi Girls High School and I'm in Form 1.
Yeah, so great. So from the introductions, those who know the layout of Kenya, we basically have a good representation of the different counties, at least the major ones in Kenya. We couldn't do all of them, but it shows we take kids from all around. So then, my friends, I'd like you to say in your own words, how the week has been for you.
Personally, my experience here at Realize Our Potential Academy has been very self-fulfilling. I've gotten a very good chance to made a lot of new friends. Apart from abilities and different career opportunities that I may be able to pursue in future. Apart from that, the academy has really expanded my knowledge on mental health and its significance. Yes, thank you.
I also as well, I got to learn about my personality, more about it, and also other people's different personalities and how to work well with others as a group, because as a group we can achieve more, and to also consider and appreciate other people's different opinions.
For me, I've really learned a lot from this week. I've learned that teamwork is important because there's a saying that says that teamwork makes our dream work. I've really learned a lot. And also about the core values of education, the parent and talent commitment pledge. I've also learned to socialize with other people rather than remaining on yourself. And also, I've learned that in this world, apart from your parents, apart from the love of your parents, there can be other people from other places who can give you that love. I've witnessed this because our education coordinators have always been trying their best to make our stay here comfortable, and for that I give them a thumbs up.
Oh, wow. I think it's safe to say we've achieved our objectives for this week. We can go home. Is that right? Yeah, but thank you so much for that feedback. Sometimes we do things and we may not be sure if we are meeting the target, but when we hear from you, say this, it's affirming and encouraging. And at least we know that something is being done. Now, not everybody has such an opportunity, where we have so many young people, because like I said, we were only about 100 of us in this room, but there are so many who would wish to be here, but because of various limitations, we are not able to give scholarships to as many as would want. But you're going to go back home tomorrow, the day after, and you'll be asked, what did you learn? What's your take home? What's the one thing that you can tell your brother or your cousin or your neighbor or that friend at school you got out of this time here? Just one thing each.
Personally, what I'll remember from this academy is to value and appreciate others.
For me, what I'll always remember is that your personality determines your career.
For me, I will always remember to be mindful. That is, I should care about other people's feelings before I do or say anything.
Thank you so much. I'm here really, really impressed. Yeah. And I think it's safe to say that you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The RYP 2024 has achieved its main objectives because we have young people here who have a better understanding of themselves and how to interact with each other and the world at large. So thank you very much for being here and just allowing this to happen.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Harriet. Thank you, the three participants who shared their experience. Thank you very much. I mean, speaking in front of the crowd, I mean, I myself, I'm a bit older. Actually, they're all around 14. And yeah, it's always, yeah, a little excitement to speak in front of the crowd. So you did very, very well. Thank you for this insight. And for this point, I would love to open up the Q&A. Everybody who is still joining us in this webinar, you are happy to have so many actors from education online and on-site. So if you have any questions to ask Harriet, to ask myself from education, to ask Immaculate, to ask Rowan, whoever, or an alumni who is online, you can do that right now. I see you can unmute yourself and start to talk, or you put your question into the chat. There are a lot of possibilities, but the easiest way is unmute yourself and just start to talk.
Hey guys, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna kick it off here, and can you hear me? So, okay, great. Well, it's great to see you all far away. So, cold regards from Zurich. As Andrea said, I'm actually not sitting far away from her, and I can confirm it's snowing here. Harriet, I do have a question. You were mentioning you work, of course, with many young talents all over the country. You have a big country with Kenya. So I reckon you got certain selection criteria also for schools you collaborate with, because I could imagine there are many, many schools. So how do you select the schools you pull the talents from, or what kind of collaboration do you have with the schools? Don't know if that came over.
Okay, so when the students do their KCPE exam, which is the final exam of primary school, they select a variety of schools. And then when the results come out, depending on the grade they have attained and where they are positioned, the government has a system of allocating each one a school. Yeah, so that is the first level. So everyone gets a calling letter telling them which school they have been selected to join. And this is nationwide because the government is running a program to try and spread out the various ethnic groups across the country. So we don't have much say in that. But then what we've done as education, we have built partnerships with specific schools. Right now we have 65 very good schools, mostly national and county schools, but of a very high caliber, because the kids we sponsor are those who have attained the higher grades 80% and above, yeah? And so we make partnerships with specific students are called to that school by the government. They are then received warmly because already the school is in partnership with us. They know the kind of students we take on and their unique needs. And so they are already prepared and set up for them, because we don't want our kids just landing in schools out of no choice, but really to be intentional, that they're positioned in schools that are well equipped, that are, have good facilities, and the teaching community, knowing of what we do and the kind of unique needs that come with our students, they have prepared for them. And so when our students come after they have passed through the interview and have been successful in obtaining a scholarship with education, we then connect them to the school representative of the school they were called to, so that they are received well when they go, because many of these sometimes don't even have a guardian to take them to school, or they don't have the toiletries or books or even uniform at the point of reporting to school. So we liaise with somebody in the school to receive them when they come, and then they facilitate them and help them to settle into the school. And so our school selection is on those two ways. One, it's government accredited and already falls within the approved Ministry of Education standards, but also it's a school that is aware of who education is and is willing to work with us and the students we sponsor.
Okay, thank you, Harriet, for this answering. I hope, Daniel, this is fine for you. I just got a question in the chat.
Yes, this is from me.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone, and hello to the 3 talents we have on stage. I have a question for all of you. After a week of intense few days of realizing your potential in this academy, maybe you could give us one word about the person you would like to be when you finish your studies, potentially. It can be simple, or it could be anything.
Well, I would, after this, I would like to be a civil engineer because I've analyzed my personality, and so we took a career test and we went types of careers that my personality matches with it. So that is what I'm passionate about.
For me, I would like to be a university lecturer in future, because I really like teaching, and even in school, when there's a hard sum to be solved, everyone will just say that let Nasha explains it, because they feel that if I explain it, they understand it more. So it's giving me that passion of becoming one day a teacher, but at the university level.
Personally, when I grow up, I'd like to pursue a career in astrophysics because I'm really passionate about space. And based on the personality test and the career test that we took, I think that I'm suitable for that career. Yeah.
Wow, very nice. I hope you reach the stars.
Thank you. Anybody else who has a question or is curious about anything you want to know? if nobody else would like to have a question, I would say we all say thank you very much that you have spent an hour with us and that we could spend an hour with you guys. From my side, I would say thank you so much, and I'm very happy to see all these young people going forward and reaching out to fulfill their dreams and realizing their potential, actually. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to see you all. And I would say, Victor, there is always something going on before they restart into the program. So let's finish with an energizer and let them go to have their afternoon program, and let us go to have a sandwich or go back to work wherever you are. So Victor, I letting you take over, and we enjoy the last moments, this little glimpse into the academy in Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Andrea. Now, of course, we want to go back to our afternoon session of the academy. And of course, we always do it. We after lunch, and of course, after the whole 40 minutes, or rather 1 hour of the webinar before we start. Now, you have to be vibrant for the afternoon session. So, you guys, I'll ask you to just stand up, please. Just stand up. Okay, super. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So, well, you remember Alamuhaha, right? Okay, so we just do it together, okay? So, Alamuhaha. 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 Eh, eh. Eh, eh. Alamuhaha. 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 Eh, eh. Okay, great. I think, okay, guys, so from my side, from the academy, I will say thank you everyone for joining the webinar. And now you'll allow us to continue the session. Thank you for joining, and hopefully, as we said earlier, if you get a chance to join us physically coming in future, you are most welcome. It was nice of you to join us virtually today, and thank you. And so, guys, it's high time we wave bye-bye to everyone, right? Bye-bye, see you, bye.
Bye. Thank you very much. Have a very good day. Talk to you soon, and join us for another event.